Hello friends, in this video we are going to see the 2020 prelims question paper. In the question paper சில பேருக்கு கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா இருந்துச்சு, but it is a competitive examination. What we have to understand is that we have to solve these questions in order to clear this exam in a relative fashion. So the meaning enna, you don't have to have all the 100 answers with you in order to clear this exam. So in the question paper la நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா, for example, there are nearly 35 questions, 35 to 36 questions which are very easy and நீங்க அதை ஈஸியா சால்வ் பண்ணிடலாம். And also for your information, there are also 40 questions which are very logical. They are not tough, they are not per se tough, but they are very logical. So if we had learned all these subjects, all the core subjects, and you have solved question papers, then you would be able to solve those 40 questions as well. So 35 plus 40, nearly 70, 75, 76 question ஆயிடுச்சு. So only 25 questions are such that they are a little difficult. In that 25 also, you have the leverage of leaving at least 10 to 15 questions you can leave. So if we had solved these or solved 2020 question paper using all these methodologies, we would be able to easily clear the cutoff. I'll repeat the same thing. The purpose of this examination is not to know all the 100 questions. The purpose is to clear the cutoff. So எப்படி பண்ணணும்? Let us go into the video. So we'll start solving these questions. So the first question is a little bit tough. For example, in this I know for a fact that yes, states cannot enter into any contract with private corporations for sharing of, for example, Aadhaar information. It is not easily shareable thing. So this is correct. So in this, for example, the answer should revolve around these two. But the point is that I was not, or I am not sure of whether Aadhaar metadata is for 3 months or can be stored for 3 months or how many more months. I am not sure, and I am also not sure of these two things. So I will logically what I will do is that I will pass on to the next question. So this is not an easy question as well. So if you see this next question, so immediate next question is one of the most easiest question you will ever find. So in the question paper how we should approach is that instead of wasting time and effort in solving the first question, we can actually go and browse through the questions which are easier and solve them first, and then come to the maybe and the konja neram kalichu when we have solved all these easier questions, we can come to that previous question which was a little tough. So first question, if you see, is very easy, and in Rajya Sabha has equal powers. So equal powers with the Lok Sabha, if you see, no matter that Rajya Sabha has equal powers with Lok Sabha, always the members of Lok Sabha are higher in number and Rajya Sabha are lower in number, and obviously the power, the house of elders it is called. So it was for a purpose other than having an equal power. But in only one case, if you see in Lakshmikant, it is clearly given, it is only one case that amending the constitution of India. For example, if the Rajya Sabha disagrees with any bill, it will not, for example, in money bill, it will not have any disagreeing powers at all. And in other bills, even if it disagrees, and if there is a joint parliament, Lok Sabha being a house of representatives and having a higher representative is easily passed through the bill. But in the case of amending the constitution, it is very clearly given that both the houses have to pass the constitution amendments. and hence in order, for example, Rajya Sabha will perform the task of a federal structure or protection of a federal structure, because center can amend the constitution easily and go. So Rajya Sabha will be forming a protection barrier for the federal states in order for preventing any drastic changes to the constitution. So answer is B. So this is, for example, say this question should have been attempted the first. So this is a very easy question. See the next question, it's a little, again it is a little difficult question. MPLAD, yes, it is a for example, funds must be, this seems true. So for example, approach in next enna irukanona, approaching any question should be in a very logical fashion, and you should think about not the things you have studied. For example, MPLADs I have been studying for a very long time, but I will not approach MPLADs using the things which I have studied. Rather, how I will approach means, I will see whether these answers are correct. So MPLADs fund, normal logical fact should say that yes, it should be used for a better purpose. So what is that better purpose? To create some so we would have seen so many bus stands and many things created using these MPLADs on the name board we would have seen. So for example, this is true, and it must be true. The next part should also be true. It must benefit the weaker sections of the population. But I was not sure of these two. So in the 1 and 2 I know it is there. So for example, 3 options are there. So but I am not sure between 3 and 4 whether these two are true or whether they are not true, whether the funds can be carried forward or not, whether 10% of the projects will be inspected or not. So the question I will come in the next round only. And here see again, all these, so we read in Lakshmikant, we read so many chapters, so people break their head reading Lakshmikant, but see the question they are asking in a very easy question. Which of the following categories of fundamental rights are against untouchability? So article 17, if you see, direct answer, right to equality. So this is a direct answer. You should have attempted this question first. So this is one question which you have to attempt. Second, next update paranga. Next adjacent to that question, separation of judiciary from the executive. So all the questions, constitutional questions, if you see within that directive principles and within that fundamental duties itself, they will have so many questions. So fundamental rights, one question. Then this is separation of judiciary and executive comes in directive principles. So see this first fundamental right, then next subsequent question they are asking directive principles of state policy, and the fifth question is a direct question. So 3 questions already we have with us directly. And next see this 6th question. Along with the budget, the finance minister produces the macroeconomic framework statement. See, in this economics only, people get confused between many books are there. So I would basically suggest Shankar Ganesh. It's a very small book. Key concept case Shankar Ganesh, Indian economy. So Indian economy, Shankar Ganesh. It's a very nice book. You don't have to break your heads and have to see through many books in order to confuse yourself. Be in economics, being very thorough with the basic definitions will give you all the answers. For example, all the questions in this paper I will show you with Shankar Ganesh only. So in the framework statement, it is not in budget, it is not in the constitution, it is not a long standing convention also. It is a very recent thing which they are forming, and it is because of the Fiscal Responsibility Budget Management Act which was passed. So it is because of this act they are producing that macroeconomic framework. So if this is also a very easy question which everyone should have attempted. The next question, see, again this is also an easy question. So see, paper 2020 was a very difficult paper, everyone kept saying that, but how do we find so many questions which are easier? Why do people not talk about this, rather only talk about the very difficult questions? We have to clear the cutoff. See, for example, constitutional government. So constitutional government by definition is a government by legislature. Is necessary. Constitutional, any country can have a constitution and not have a legislature also, and need not be popular also. For example, any unpopular government can take over a constitution, and Dr. Ambedkar would say, a constitution is there. If it is there, it does not does not equal to the people who are going to operate that constitution. So popular or unpopular, constitutional will be there, but whether it is popular or unpopular, it does not make any difference. So this is not true as well. So one is not true, and it can be a multi-party or a single party government, constitutional government. So by definition, constitutional government it is a limited government. So what is the meaning of having a constitution? Means you are having a bounded powers with you, or bounded powers with your government. So this is the answer. It's a very simple thing. See, again, eighth question. See, fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and directive principles of state policy. One other question is in this paper using preamble. So preamble, 5 questions already. So within the first 4 chapters, everything comes. So what Constitution of India reflects the principles of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Which of the following will reflect? Definitely preamble, directive principles, everything. 3. See, in this only you should not get confused. I have not read Universal Declaration of Human Rights. No one it is not possible to read the Universal Declaration and go to the exam. You have to have a common sense knowledge of these things, and understand that. See, 1948 the declaration is being made, and India is started its journey around 1947. So obviously the universal features India would have accommodated into its important 3 parts, which is preamble, directive principles, and also fundamental, subsequently in fundamental duties also. You can have a confusion between this and this, but logically choose this. So it is a very logical answer. Again, very easy question to follow. And see, this is the logic. So in India, legal services authorities provide free legal services to which of the following types of citizen? See here, all senior citizen free legal services means somebody is in poverty and not able to get any legal advice. They would have, or they would want all these things. But all senior citizens, if you become an IAS officer tomorrow, after your retirement, you are also a senior citizen, but you will have all the source and methodologies for fighting out the case. Why do you have to have free legal services? So the point. So, or the most maybe, or for example, Ratan Tata. So he is a senior citizen, but whether he needs free legal services? No. So government would not be able to afford to give free legal services to everyone. So fourth point, easier you should take off. The logic. This is what I said by logic. When you remove these 2 things, so these 2 options goes away. And next, now you have to come in this 2 options. 2 is comfortably true. So for example, you don't have to worry about whether 2 is true or not, because the rendu michar operation answers 2 is already there. So your job is to now come to a conclusion whether 1 is true or 3 is true. So in the 2 statements I will read. So for example, a person with an annual income of less than 1 lakh, an OBC with an annual income of less than 3 lakh. So see this free legal services, logically this is true. So in the logic now, your common sense should dictate that free legal services will be provided for people who are in need. So it is in this logic which you should use, and you should say the answer is 1 and 2. So A. But this is not an easy question. It's a tough question, but using logic will have a lot of impact. And next, this question see, that is what I said. there are 25 tough questions, true. And I said I will leave 10 to 15 questions. I have the leverage of leaving 10 to 15 questions. In the previous videos I have explained the split up, how you have to attempt and how 10 questions you can actually leave. Even leaving that, you will be able to clear this cutoff now. So for example, in this case you might know the answer. In this case I do not know the answer. எனக்கு இந்த கொஸ்டினுக்கு ஆன்சர் தெரியல, so I'll leave this question. And then again, see, this parliamentary system of government is one in which so see, all parties are represented, no. So India, for example, take India, there are so many parties, not all parties are represented in our parliament. This is not true. And as elected can be removed by them. So people, if people elect the government, they cannot remove the government. So and cannot be removed before completion. No, this also is not true, because before the completion itself government kautarlam. And the only option which is left is responsible. Government is responsible to the parliament can be removed. It's a very easy question, parliament. So next, for example, see, fundamental rights, fundamental duties, directive principles, next chapter parliament. So within that preamble, so within the first 5 chapters you have all the prelims questions. And see, next, see, subsequent question, the ideal of welfare state, directive principles. This question they have asked several, 2012, 2014, 2016. There are so many questions, the same question they have repeated. So why so A is the answer. Why do we have to care about the 25 tough questions? So our job, cut off clearing. So இந்த மாதிரி question தான் we should actually approach. It is not அதுதான் the வீரம் கிடையாது to go for the tough questions. Even in, for example, other exams like RBI, I'll in the course of this paper I will tell you that also. So here the Constitution of India defines basic structure. No, see, Constitution of India does not define. It is defined by court orders. So it is defined by court orders, not Constitution of India. This is the in the madi word da, you should be very careful. In Constitution of India, basic structure, it was defined in Keshwananda Bharati case. So this is wrong. So one is wrong, this is wrong. So you have to see now, Constitution of India provides, see, idha Constitution of India provides. So Article 13 oda vala adha. Article 13, if there is any it says, if there is any law made for infringing the rights provided in the Constitution, it can be declared void. According to that, the judicial review has been made as a basic structure by the Supreme Court of India. And if you see, idhula vandu Constitution of India provides, this is the word, it does not say it defines, it provides. And the through the Article 13 it does provide judicial review for providing or protecting citizens' liberty. So this is the answer. It's an easy question. So in the madi question we should approach. And so one common agreement between Gandhiism and Marxism. See, it is not, for example, Gandhiji was never about, maybe Marxism, Karl Marx was about class struggle, but Gandhiism was not about class struggle. It was always non-violent. So this is not true, and not abolition of private property. But both of them agreed on one part. Final goal should be, for example, Gandhiji used to say Swaraj, and Marxism used to say first stage will be benevolent dictatorship of the proletariat. That is, the people or the laborers will join or form a party, and they will have a leader where they will lead the country. Then their next stage will be socialism, and the final stage will be Marxism, where there will be no state. So people will take care of themselves. So idha the point. So both of them said the same thing. So this is also one question which you should have attempted. Next, and which is the following of characteristics of bureaucracy? In the exam you are writing for an IAS exam, so you should know that it is an agency for implementation of public policy. In the point, the first thing in public administration they will teach you the work of an IAS officer is to implement. So any which way the government comes, whether you like the party or not, your job is to implement their policies. Okay, so this is an easy question as well. So see this, see adada sonna preamble of the Constitution. I have first 5 chapters every question has come. preamble of the constitution is part of the constitution. Same, it's a very very simple and easy question. So first file paathukom. And this gold tranche, reserve tranche, see, one of the operations, credit system granted by WTO members, no. In the Madi or credit system, I have not heard. Loan from World Bank, I have heard. But the answer is D. Shankar, same. Shankar Ganesh, simple economic key concepts, if you see. And the book about Chingna, you will have this very simply given. It's a very easy question, direct question. And see this again part 4. So where in the constitution they have asked the question, I do not know, but within 20 question everything has surrounded in the first 4 chapters itself. And adu simple. For example, see this directive principles of state policy is not enforceable by courts. It shall be enforceable by courts in Potrukku, but it is not enforceable. It's the first line in Lakshmikant. The first line in this first part 4, directive principles of state policy. If you take and see, the first chapter will say it is not enforceable. So, on the first line, if you remove, see this, you remove this, the rest of the thing comes due. So, for example, in the rendu micham, and see, these two are true. So, it is 2 and 3. So it is principle, it is given in the directive principles itself. It is a principle laid down by the constitution for the government to follow. So 2 and 3 is the answer. It's a very easy and simple question. Again, this is a tricky question. According to the constitution, a person who is eligible to vote can be a minister if he is not a member of, true, it is true. For example, Mamata Banerjee lost the election, but she is a chief minister, so she can be made a minister. It is true. Actually, it in using constitution, this is possible. But according to constitution, it is not. In the constitution, it is not there. It is given in the sense that specifically it's not mentioned. That is what, this is a tricky question. We'll come to this. It's a tricky part. Next, Representation of People's Act, convicted criminal offence, sentence prison, disqualified for contesting election. Disqualified permanently. This is the logic part. Here, even if you have not read Representation of People's Act, you should know that, see, no one can, if I make a mistake, I cannot be condemned forever. Even a death sentence convict can actually be revived. If somebody is being said that they are condemned for life, no. Until the existence of the person is there, they have to, for example, if I do a mistake, I have to have a conviction for that mistake. After that, I am not bound by the same conventions and mistakes. So I have to be given another chance. So in the permanently is the word where you should understand this is not true. So this is gone. 2 is gone. So and according to the key, 1 is also wrong. So actually both these statements are wrong. So D is the answer. It's a kind of tricky question. It's not an easy question. And see again, President of India can summon the session of the Parliament, as it's true. 3 sessions of the Parliament, no minimum number of, this is true. This 3 sessions is not mentioned in Constitution. Constitution mentions that President has to conduct the Parliament without gap of 6 months. Maximum first when the last sitting happens and to the next sitting, it should not go beyond 6 months. All of that. So this statement is wrong. 3 sessions la, it is not mentioned in the Constitution. If you remove this, it becomes a very simple answer. C. But I am not going to use it in this easier question. It's a logical question. And see again, this and all is a very logical thing which you have to in the examination hall. In the examination hall, solving prelims is not an easy joke. For example, see this history of India, we cannot know everything. But for example, see this Mirasidar. I am from Chennai, so there are so many movies, Bhagyaraj movies, Mirasdar, there will be word, Mitta Miras. what is that Mirasdar? Na? They were, and they actually were holding very strong powers in the village. So they were actually official revenue collectors, all of them. Okay, well, this is true, or this may be true. And Baniyan. So Gandhiji was a Baniya. Baniya means it was a for example, a person who for the East India Company in Gujarat and Maharashtra, they actually traded, or they were in the traders in the center where they talked with the farmers for getting cotton. Is the first point. And that is what is called as Baniyan or Baniya, and that became a caste. But anyways, these two actually overlaps. So எனக்கு இதை பார்க்கும்போது these two are correct. Aurang, I have no idea. Okay, so for example, so I will choose this. 1, 2, 3. Why you didn't choose? Na, I did not know Aurang. So logic. That is what with whatever I know, whatever things I have known, I will use that and solve that. All of them. I will not care about things which I have not had any information. But I will not leave this question. I will choose C. I will choose B, and it's a very logical thing. And this is a very tough question. So I have no idea for this. So I will leave this question as well. So in this short period itself, I have said one more question I will leave, and this one also I am going to leave. And this is a very simple question. See this. Explain the impact of industrial revolution first half. So first half of the 19th century means 1800s to 1850. So before, see, 1800s to 1850 railway lines after 1850s now, and they never imposed heavy duties on their manufacturing. So it is not true. See, it's very common sense. Railways came after 19. So in Britain also it came in 1950s. So now in India it came in 1800s to 1850s. It's not true. Machines were introduced. How will Britishers introduce machines in India? They will never do that. So their purpose was to steal Indian wealth. And how do they invest in machines and improving our productivity? No. Answer is straightforward. Answer E. It's a very direct, simple question. Next, this is a very logical question. See this, so again, I am from Tamil Nadu, so I will know that first Pallavas came. So next only Chola. So Parantaka, Chola or Mahendravarman, you should not go into the details and depths of all these things. See, first point Pallava, second point Chola. Take that as the key, not Mahendravarman and Parantaka. And for example, see this. So I will first came. So for example, in this question, how I would assume is that first, for example, Pallavas came, and why Palas and Pratiharas you should not worry about is that, see this, in this they have given only two options, or the starting point they have said either it is Chola or Pallava. Ida in the starting point they have given. That is why I didn't worry about Pratiharas or Palas. If they had given the combination of that also, I would have got confused. But answer la illa. So I chose between Chola or Pallava. Obviously it was Pallava who came first. So either this answer or this answer. And within this, whether Pratiharas came first, Palas came first, it's a logical tussle you have to have. With the medieval India and the ancient India final part, you should actually come to a conclusion to this answer, and the answer is C. But it is not an easy question, it's a tough question. But I will find between 2 points. I will not go for 4 answers. Between 2 answers I will actually fight it out. And this again, see this HUNDI, and in this you see this is the post Harsha. Reading NCERT, first, for example, people are actually absorbed into reading current affairs so much that they miss constitution books, they miss history books, geography books. NCERT books are the key to clearing this exam. For example, in NCERT this word is there, but whether we will remember it in the hall, no, I will not remember. But I will remember that this word actually connects to somewhere. So this word sounds somewhere about accounts or something, okay, but this actually is the appropriate thing. So logika idna varum. So if you remember that, it will be an easy thing. So in this 25, so first 25 question we'll solve with each 25 questions one session. So in this 25 questions, if you had seen, please you can calculate. There will be 15 easy question, some 8 logical question, 2 questions I would have left. So our purpose, as we have discussed, it is to clear this exam. So in first 25 you have already taken 15 marks or 15 questions. In the subsequent 75 question, how we are able to find the easy question, we will see in the subsequent videos. Thank you.